Well, welcome back to deer season 25. We're out here on the farms putting some stealth cameras out, some scrape trees, putting some paths in, cutting access, getting ready for the season that's right around the corner for us here. But we're going to show you a hunt from last year. It was New Year's Eve, but the real story began months before that with all the plans and all the preparation. But I think at the end of the day, you're going to enjoy this hunt because it's one to remember from a bottom that has a history. All right, through the years, one of the things that I think has really separated or made us better is what I've learned through looking at all the trail pictures all at once at the tail end of the season. And by all at once, I mean season ends, and then I start diving into all the cameras, all the pictures. We'll look at them when they come through on cell reports, but then I look at all of them again to understand how the season unfolded, what spots were best during different times, what bucks daylighted when. And this particular buck that we hunt on this particular episode, I noticed a pattern with him the year before in the fall of 2023, literally nothing. No pictures of him whatsoever. And then all of a sudden he shows up in December. I was tagged out, Wade was tagged out, Taylor was tagged out. So fast forward to the fall of 24. I bow killed my deer early, and I really didn't hunt that much in Missouri after that because in the back of my mind, I really wanted to put a plan together for that primitive weapon season there in Missouri. The buck I hoped would show back up. I had no idea whether he would or not. My confidence was that if he did, we could have a good plan of attack and a potential to kill this deer because of where he was coming and the pictures that I'd got of him the previous year. Fast forward to December. I had no idea where his home range was, whether he got killed, whether he died of VHD, and then all of a sudden, bingo, I get his picture one night. He's back. The plan's here, the primitive weapon season's coming, and I got a brand new tradition sighted in, ready for action. New Year's Eve is always a fun celebration of the season that was, the year that was, and the upcoming year. This year, Tracy tells me, whatever you do, can you just skip New Year's Eve this year? Because we've got company coming in, it's gonna be a big party. And I said, no problem, honey. I said, however, if DeerCast is good or great, I might have to ask for a pass. Well, you can cue the storm of the century, the cold front of the century. It's roaring in on December 31st this year. I had to beg for forgiveness and say, Tracy, please let me go out. So, as she has for 40 plus years, she said, absolutely, good luck. So myself, Coondog, Rick Jensen, two of the other guys we're going partying with later, we head into County Road Bottom, a bottom with a history, and we've got one buck in mind. The weather's right, the nitro bolt's ready. Let's see what happens. We're gonna go down to Missouri. I've got a muzzleloader tag in my pocket and we'll see what we can get done here as this cold weather ushers in. It's starting cold tonight and it's gonna stay cold till the end of the season. So look out, this is the cold weather we've been waiting on. I can't wait to see what happens. Morgan's coming in a few days. I've got a tag, Ellie's got a tag, Marissa's got a tag, Kyle's got a tag. We'll see if we can't have some fun here in Iowa and Missouri as we bounce back and forth and take advantage of this cold weather. How about it, Rick? You did great.
I could do my part.
Nailed it, buddy.
And I went from snow to green grass.
Yeah, the snow's gone. As we go south, the snow line is going away, so I'm not gonna be able to see him coming after all, dog. We'll have to use Rick to spot him. You've heard us talk in the past about the DNA of the actual spot. And this farm is one of those farms that has a distinct DNA in that the early part of the season, you know, you might go out and see 1, 2, 4, something like that. And as the season progresses, particularly after the leaves fall, which oftentimes is a key trigger for the deer activity on any individual farm, changing one way or the other. You may pick up some deer, you may lose deer depending on how much cover's in and around this farm or your overall area. One thing's for sure, when the leaves come off, their whole world changes. Everything that they've been used to all summer suddenly is different. If you're looking at your cameras and looking at your pictures and all of a sudden things switch in and around mid to late October, there's a few different things going on there. It could be the DNA of the farm, could be the leaves coming off, could be the forthcoming rut, could be a home range switch. There's a lot of different things that differ. This particular farm gets better as the fall goes on. Leaves come off, and suddenly you start to see more deer because it's several draws that crisscross, and as home ranges expand, they literally use this particular farm and this bottom as a highway to get from cover A to cover B to cover C to cover D. And then even better, when you get into the latter part of the season, there's enough thermal cover close that this farm gets really good during the latter part of the season. And you differentiate what you might see in the early part of the season, 0 to a handful, and all of a sudden the late season, if the weather's right, suddenly it's a mecca and there's all kinds of deer there. So think through your spot, think through what the DNA is based on how you've been hunting it, when you see the most deer, examine your pictures through the years and find out when they're daylighting there and when they're not. Traditions has made muzzleloading so easy and so fun. Well, we're in, and we got in about 2:45, and just before 3 o'clock, 3 does came out. So already the movement has started. On the north side of the border, Marissa and Wade are out because Perry's watching Alice, Father of the Year tonight. Perry's taking care of his little girl. And so that Marissa can hunt. Pretty good stuff. We're going to enjoy the evening, and then really enjoy the evening when we get back together with all of our friends. I love this spot, and I'm anxious to try this NitroFire Pro. We shot it on the range yesterday. It shot very well. Any feature you want on a muzzleloader, they've got it on that new NitroFire Pro. So I'm excited to shoot it tonight and see what happens, if we get a shot. I saw a pretty good deer across the path, and then another deer right behind him. That deer behind him is a deer we've encountered here before. He's a 4.5-year-old 6x5. There he is. There's the other one. See him? We're up to 10 bucks and 13 does, 14 does. This is crazy. It's never like this. You could sit here early season and see 3 or 4 deer. At this time of the year, they just draws them in, and we've always had food standing here, so through time, it's become like a wintering spot for them. Marissa just sent the text, bingo, Marky. Congratulations, Marissa. That's awesome. And good job, Perry, taking care of Alice. What a great way to finish out 2024 right there. Awesome, awesome. Another nice buck. Not a shooter, but very nice. I'm not familiar with that deer that's coming. Another one. That could be our boy. That's our boy. Huh? That's our boy. Okay, get rolling, Rick. You positive? Yep. That's him. That's him. Oh boy.
Macaroni, old baby, old.
We just got it.
Brother. Congrats.
Awesome. Thanks for being here, guys. That was fun.
Pow, baby, pow.
Pow, baby, pow.
What a way to end the year.
Dead in the field. Unbelievable. Boom,
God
baby.
damn, man.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Ricky, baby.
You too, man.
I've never seen him in person till just then. Woo! That's a big deer.
That's a big deer, baby.
He's big.
He's big.
Let me see here. Notch. Okay.
You legal, Beagle?
Legal.
Legal
He's
people.
checked already. Let's go have some fun. Let's go, buddy. Come on, dog. What a round out to 24, huh? What do you think, dog? Get it, baby. It's cold out here, I can tell you that. We're trying to get down to this deer while we still got light. Whoo! What a night. Oh, what a night. And there he lays. That's a Missouri deer right there. I mean, a good one. Oh my. Look at that. Holy cow, he's nice. Look at that. How awesome is that, dude? What an incredible way to round out the 2024 season. Here it is, January 31st, and out walks a deer that I only had pictures of in December of last year. Then he showed back up this year in December. I've never seen him in my life. He seldom, if ever, daylights, but we had the weather tonight, he did. And it just goes to show you home range can change, winter grounds can change, and we just killed an absolute giant here in the state of Missouri. Awesome. Man, what an awesome deer. And again, I credit it by always keeping all of your pictures. A lot of times cell picture comes in, you look at it one time and it's out of your mind. If you will keep all those cards or all those files and then create files per farm, per spot, per deer, it will absolutely help you kill deer. What a happy new year it was. All of us went out. Luckily, he came out early. We got him out of there early, and I made dinner just in time, and we had a blast that night. What a celebration.
We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This episode of DoD TV is presented by StealthCam, makers of the new Revolver 360 Pro.